Alright, hello. Welcome back to another Killing Floor 3 video. I'm gonna be changing it up. I'm gonna be playing Devlin. Why not? I just want to use this video to kind of talk about, like, some things, I guess, for KF. I mean, this is obviously gonna be KF related anyways. But, I do want to talk about how Winter Update is gonna be coming up soon as well. And, well, with the with that update coming out, it's gonna be fairly interesting because that's when most likely it's probably going to be guaranteed that the season 2 will be released, so we will be getting a new map, and then we're going to be also be getting Scully back as well. So really looking forward to that update. But I will have to say that this update will definitely be primarily like something that I don't want to, well, probably because the rearmament update really set the expectations, but now Tripwire has to basically one up themselves now, because obviously the rearmament update is a focus on the new, basically setting them up for like the new content that they are now altering, it seems. And so with that in mind, the fact that they released their rearmament update early really sets the bar. It's like, okay, well, if they seem like they're already on track and they're happy with the product, then it seems like we might be seeing, seems like, not like frequent updates, but since the game is technically a live service game, since we do have a shop involved in the game, it would seem that they need to give us fairly frequent updates to keep the player base going. Unless they decided that they will be giving us a opportunity kind of similar to, in terms of just content-wise, because in KF1 and 2, they would give us like 4 major updates, and then maybe like 1 or 2 like minor updates that would give us like new weapons or something like that. So I'm thinking that because the rearmament update is, you know, released, it would seem that they are now going to be on track on giving us updates more frequently. My hope is that at least we get like an update every like a major update, like their standard like every 2-3 months. But I do want to say that my prediction is when the release date is going to happen. So as what it seems that many people don't really look at the roadmap, it seems, since they always ask Tripwire when the next update, so it just seems like nobody doesn't really read it. But the next update, which is the Season 2 update, is most likely going to be released before the year ends. Because 2026, as far as we know, for the next update after that, is most likely the Gunslinger update. Which basically would mean that, you know, we get the new perk coming in. So looking forward to that. But I believe we will also be getting another map, if I remember correctly, which is the Arctic map. So that will be interesting as well. But basically, Season 2 is going to be involved in terms of new content in general, new weapons as well. So hopefully we might be seeing the lever action return, the Scorpion Evo that they mentioned, and then I don't remember the other weapon that they were talking about.
Just an adrenaline junkie,
but
I guess.
as far as we know, they hinted a claw weapon for the ninja at some point in time. So which meaning my prediction may have been right, because they are basing the ninja's kit based off of an actual ninja arsenal, so that's pretty cool. But I will say this, that the fact that
Get over yourself.
I do want to say that my prediction when the update is going to be coming out is going to be around the time of Theme Winter Sale, most likely. Either that or it's going to be roughly close to that time so that Tripwire can release the game as a, you know, promotional thing for like, hey, you can get KF1, KF2 at a good price like they always do. DLCs and weapons and all that are on sale, so there's no real reason not to pick them up, so that they will let us know by December that's when the winter sale happens, and they will be, you know, it would make sense on a business standpoint to release the next update right when a sale happens so that people can pick up the game, and maybe the season or the I don't remember what they called it in this one, but basically the battle pass will be available, like the season 1 battle pass will be available at a discount basically, so to say, right? And then that's when season 2 comes out, so then season 2, you know, season pass will now be active, and we will be getting new cosmetics and all that noise with the season 2 pass. Bye. So hopefully that gets more people, like hopefully with the winter update, which will be the season 2 pass, or the season 2 for KF, will give us more weapons. Obviously we're getting a new character, and then on top of that we will also be getting a new map, which is the jungle map, which is basically prison. And so that's my prediction. At least we will be getting it before the end of the years, unless they throw a curveball once again and release season 2 in November, and I would be kind of surprised about that. Would I be happy if they released it early? Yeah, because I have a lot of supply pass points now. Like if I wasn't, you know, intrigued on trying to do recording and uploading and all that, I would probably be at 200 supply points right now, and I hope they carry over, because if they don't, I'm gonna be even more mad. So we'll see what happens with the supply points. But yeah, basically that is what is going to be coming up for the new update, hopefully. Because we already know we're gonna get new weapons, new mods, and then Scully, and then the map, the prison map. So
such an a-hole, that guy.
We get to now wait and see. Enjoy the rearmament update, find good builds, and then mosey along from there. To also mention, I also ended up getting a stalker challenge, and that's basically like a daily assignment where I have to kill 5 stalkers, and I'm kind of confused about that, because why do I have that as my daily? Because that doesn't make any sense to me why I have it. So yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, that's kind of funny to me, but we'll keep going from here. Nothing much, but by then I'll most likely have my new computer built by then, my updated computer and all that noise, and that's another fun thing as well. By then, which will most likely be like around the time of the winter update, so not much to say. Playing Ninja with Devlin this time. I don't know why. That would be funny, because she's talking about fire quotes and we're literally shooting polymer tip rounds. I don't know what else to talk about, because I don't really have much to say about this update in terms of like, I mean, the negatives will become apparent once they show up, but you know, it is what it is. It's going to be issues, because standard for games now has always been release it when it's not even stable or optimized enough, and then call it a day, and then they're gonna fix it throughout the whole year or so, and then periodically, while they make new updates that will also cause issues and break the game even more. But that's just standard stuff for standard gaming now, because everyone loves incomplete slop. Rearmament update though was much needed. Wished it came out much earlier, but you know, at least they were addressing majority of stuff that was occurring in the game. Even bugs that I haven't experienced as much or at all, it seems, but yeah, other than that, I mean, there isn't much to say. I'm loving the guns. I mean, some of them are fine. Some of them are like double barrel is like, I don't want to be like, yeah, the double barrel sucks. I mean, it kind of does, because it's just more of a gimmick weapon than anything else, as it seems. So I don't mind it being a tier 1 weapon, because then I can use it for the ninja more often than not, since it will have pretty decent damage or cut damage specifically, because if I'm aiming down sights with a cut damage weapon and I also have a red dot or any reticle sights on it, then it will have a increased chance on crits. So we take those because that's a lot of damage. And then on top of the 30% damage increase from using up the ability, gives us even more damage. So basically it negates majority of the damage resistance, it would seem. And so thus making a lot of these guns more powerful than the actual force damage counterparts. But force damage is still, you know, good to have at least, because, you know, armor. But we are about to wrap up wave 4. I'm gonna execute him. There's a siren behind him. Blow. Okay. Get out of here. Okay. Giving them a year to kind of see where they're thinking and what the direction that the game's going is basically a sign of like, okay, this game's worth sticking to, or this game is, I'm dropping this game. You know, that's just how I think, because I think that's more of a fair judgment rather than, you know, just sticking with what other people are saying can, you know, you're not being your own person, you know. Okay, I'm jumping. I used to, you know, kind of be big on Payday, but I wasn't very. With 3, it just got really boring. Like 3 was like, I get it, they wanted to make it a grind, but the grind itself wasn't really rewarding by itself, because leveling up weapons and the weapon not being that great is always a terrible thing to do, because it just gets boring from then, and it's just okay, you know. And I'm glad they got rid of the randomization of attachments being given out after each match, but it seemed like it was more focused on the attachments were more focused on what weapon you were using at the time, and it's just random if you get the attachment or not. So that's a plus. Is this Hellfire? Why is there so many?
Okay, alright.
Okay. But yeah, that's just something that I had gripes with. Like, I don't mind, like, if it was like a if it was more or less like Call of Duty or Battlefield, where like you farm or you try to grind for weapons and all that, makes sense, you're going for something. But if you're going for attachments that's literally all the same thing, then it's like, what is the point of having these? Like, these attachments are literally useless. It's all the same. They do the same thing but slightly different, you know? Like, that's what I don't like about like grinding for weapon attachments, because it's just like, there's no point. KF3's system with weapon attachments in the beginning was like, yeah, you have to use the weapon, and then you gotta hope that you get the blueprint or the schematic of it, and then from there you can, you know, universally use it from then on. But lo and behold, you know, they got rid of that system because they knew that that was a dumb system, because it's just random on what attachment you get. Like, if it was like specific, like do this with this weapon, makes sense, then that's fine because you could get it naturally. But if you're just doing a level system where you just randomly get copies of the same iron red dot or whatever, then it's like, what is the point? So I'm glad they got rid of that. That was a dumb system during the beta.
Ground might be a little slippery, guys.
Okay, his faceplate's off.
This is a bit of a squeeze. I'm pleased with how that went.
Just executed the scrape. There we go.
No,
I don't know. I feel like this is my go-to. I might work more on the dual defender because I think it costs like 4,000 now. So I'm gonna keep these two because I'm running ninja. And we're up against a Chimera. This is the worst day of my life right now. My concern was that if I run plain cut damage on the ninja, I feel like it would have been silly to do so.
all right. A little token of my affection.
Okay, that was a crit. I mean, he's gonna be resistant. What? What's she talking about? Finding the boss here, lady. Come on. I also realized I don't think I opened any armor crates this time around. Probably fix that. Okay, if he ever opens his face. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, I feel like the game's fine. It's decent in its current state with the rearmament update, but obviously could be better. Could, at least we aren't having game-ending type of stuff happening, but I mean, at least it's something. But other than that, I mean, I'm still gonna be uploading quite a bit off of 4KF because, I mean, this is the only game I really played.
A little claustrophobic here.
My thing is, like, he shouldn't be that resistant once he lost his armor.
I've got this under control.
That missed? That didn't shock him. Ooh, if only this healing was powerful. Or at least would be based off of, like, damage. I think it would have been good, at least, rather than a set, like, 5 health, I think, per cut damage. Because I remember the Berserker had something around those, like, if you killed something, you would get, like, health back by, like, 2, and so it had no reset or no cooldown based on it, so it really helped a lot for the Berserker survivability. Ow. I mean, it's still doing decent damage. There we go. Should have gave him both barrels. That would have been funny. But yeah, I mean, I think my general loadout now is just going to be the double barrel once I get it upgraded to purple. I think that would probably help a lot, but a bit more ninja gameplay than Commando or Sharpshooter since Commando's done. It's already been maxed out, so I'm probably going to be playing more ninja than anything else.